the U.S. Department of Energy or at the International Energy Agency in Europe, they all have their 30, 40-year projections for energy use and greenhouse gas emissions because they can see where economies are going, and their lines all go up like that. That's what energy use is going to be. That's what emissions are going to be. Now, the 80% target says we're going to go like that. Now, I have to think that the people in the Department of Energy and over at the European energy ministries, I got to think they close their doors and just start giggling about this target. And finally, put the line in the middle, flat. There are a couple of economists at Princeton who've been working on this issue for a few years now, Stephen Sokolow and Robert Pacala. And they've tried to attach some concrete ideas and real numbers to it. And what they've said is, with a superlative effort here in the United States and extend this to the world, but just take the United States, we might be able to stay flat over the next 50 years. But one of the early and certainly low-end estimates of what it would cost to stay flat would be $3 trillion in the next 20 years to stay flat. So here's what the energy ministries say we're going to do. Here's a couple of pretty serious guys who say $3 trillion at least to stay flat. And here's what all the candidates are saying we're going to try and do and enact into law. Now, what you'll often hear, and I've run through this with people, they say, well, don't we need to set goals? Don't we need to be ambitious? And, all right. But what would we have thought if John F. Kennedy in 1961 had said it should be our goal to go to Mars by the year 1970 instead of the moon? This 80% target by 2050 is the climate policy equivalent of going to Mars in the 60s. The technology does not exist to get there on the scale required, and the cost is so exorbitant as to be completely absurd.